Welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. So after our tentacly encounter in the inconsequential debates, it is now time to head out for Varnhold and see what we can find there. Probably something ancient, evil and powerful. This way, I think. Okay, hello. What can I do for you? Goblins.
I will not falter.
Not even sure why I'm bothering, but we're going to rest anyways along the way, so why not? And off we go again.
Forwards.
Doubt they have anything of interest. Isn't even composite or masterwork, so no, leave. Moving on. I don't like that I have goblins in here, but it's probably because of the goblin village.
A rest would be welcome.
Yeah.
You would like it in Absalom. It's a noisy city. Big.
I wish I could trade my homeland for Absalom, and you'd probably be happy in my quiet village. But now... oh well. Now we both have our home here, in the Stolen Lands.
Sounds like you're unhappy with that, Lindsay. Okay, I think we need to visit that place, Shallow Gulch. Yup. While traveling through the hills of Nomen, we noticed something worrisome. Crows circled the sky, much as they do upon spying a corpse to feast upon. More ominous yet, clouds of smoke trailed into the sky as well. After noticing that, we approached carefully, trying not to reveal ourselves. We soon saw what attracted the crows. Crows, I think. A dead horse lay in the ditch, one leg missing, and its carcass already picked at by scavengers. Near the horse was what looked to be the corpse of its former rider, a young man clad only in undergarments. The smoke was coming from a bonfire, around which goblins were roasting a horse leg. It seemed their hunger was stronger than their fear of these animals. Other goblins were busy rummaging through the clothes of a deceased man and taking whatever choice bits they could find. One goblin was strutting around wearing a beret with a feather, another a velvet jacket, and 2 other goblins, each wearing a single boot, were in the middle of a tug of war with the dead man's trousers. When we saw this, we bared our weapons and menacingly demanded an explanation. Realizing we weren't in a playful mood, the goblins grew defensive, almost pleading.
"It not us! We don't kill that one! He already dead!"
The goblins' words tumbled over each other in their haste to exonerate themselves, but they seemed to be sincere.
"Horse threw him! Nasty thing! Broke his neck! Horse killed him! We not even tried eating him!"
After hearing their story, we let the goblins go with a warning. But before that, we made sure to reclaim everything they'd taken from the deceased, including a hefty coin pouch. Alas, in this backwater, coin proved of little use. Alas, the body laid before us belonged to none other than Tomin Hanvaki, a noble from Gralton, the one whose brother begged us to look for him. A letter in his jacket pocket, yellowed with age, confirmed his identity. It was signed Mathian Hanvaki, a relative. All we could do then was take the tragic news to his brother. Items received 1636 gold coins and Matthian Hanvaki's letter. Can we read that letter? Yes, we can. Penrod, my dear brother, I hasten to share the good news. Our family's financial predicaments will be happily resolved in the near future. How, you ask? Why, by the grace of the Cyclopes, of all things. You see, these beasts who once used to inhabit Iobaria will become our benefactors. While studying ancient maps, I have discovered the location of several of their tombs in the hills of the Nomen. It's common knowledge the Cyclopes used to bury their dead with their treasures they have no need of. Fortune calls, my brother. In a day soon to come, the Hanvaki's family coffers shall be full to bursting. Your brother, Duke Matthian Hanvaki. Well, didn't turn out too well, did it? Okay, so
We march ahead.
I'm guessing this place is now empty. The entrance to the empty tavern still smells of spilt ale.
Without a doubt.
Northeast, rest of 40 miles. Across the river, Varnhold Fort. Northwest, Mountain Pass, 12 miles.
Look ahead.
Anything else?
Sling staff. Spriggan Savage.
I stand ready.
I don't like Spriggans.
We will prevail. We shall overcome.
What the heck? That is the most interesting bug. Well, everything you will see in games like this. The Heart of Ira. What is that? The wearer of this necklace becomes immune to fatigue and exhaustion and can activate the necklace to surround himself with an aura of nothingness. While the aura is activated, creatures adjacent to the wearer take 2d6 damage per round and must succeed in a DC 17 reflex saving throw to avoid becoming fatigued. That is a very good necklace, but it is rather annoying that I have to keep doing manual rest. It's also quite valuable. Raven. The big black bird is watching your every move. What's this? Fisherman's house has been plundered. All the fish, nets and tools are gone.
I will guide us.
Pot shards lie scattered in the middle of the road. Traces of oil can be seen on the shards. Potatoes. If we need those, but sounds like there are more of those around. The house is empty. vegetables. Go. Talvan's warrior dog tag. Raven swarm.
I will see this through.
Grain litters the ground around this former granary. The sacks that used to hold supplies have been torn apart and emptied, and bones and other leftovers are scattered in the dirt. It's a frost scythe, +2. He never finished that bridge. Killed by a tree, one less fledgling woodcutter. John Sever, Varn's comrade at arms and stout defender of Varnhold. He only killed villains. Here lies Andrisha, the first among Varnhold's potters. I think I killed the birds. Why are they making noises still? The door to the house is ajar. The owner didn't lock it when leaving their home.
Forwards.
Completed.
There are numerous tracks, humanoid, both small and gigantic, to and from the fort. You can make out voices behind the fort's walls. Well, this is a rather large map.
Running won't help you!
Breathe, no strength wasted. Exposed.
You deserved it.
Interesting. Anything else of interest outside of this stockade?
We'll do it the hard way.
Low.
I like how the wolf is standing down there, as if cued. Dead person with loot on?
We march ahead.
That seemed to be it for what would be down there, at least. What's this? This spot in the wall has been damaged by a fallen birch tree. The tops of the logs used to construct the wall have been broken, and the logs themselves stand askew. The thin birch tree still leans against it. A dexterous enough individual can probably climb up the trunk and get over the wall. Sure. The trunk of the birch tree is slippery and the logs of the wall shift precariously under your weight, but you manage to make it over the wall.
A clever ploy.
Defeat is not an option.
They go down!
Indeed.
Well, it is done.
At the bottom of the well, half hidden underwater, lies a broken bucket tied to a piece of rope, and a dead Spriggan with a broken neck.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Ha! That's what you think.
What a waste.
I grant you death.
Any last wishes?
Why aren't you doing what I told you to do?
Primitives!
A strike worth a legend. Applause, please.
Chest. These Spriggans have very interesting ways to bend and move. Okay, so guess we'll have to go inside the Great Hall.
Let's finish them quick.
Bring it!
Become as dust. Repent.
Attack! Strike as one.
For some reason, the casting spells is rather slow, I would say. A dodgy crossbow man.
Applause, please.
This place is weird. I can't move the map properly.
Anything else?
Like that. And that.
Stand with me.
Will they ever learn?
Is this the same place that the Baron Varnhold had his court? It doesn't look very similar.
Do not hold back.
Okay, and this guy. The door we can open, but first of all, let's go in here.
Now is the beginning
Your
of the hunt.
life ebbs low.
peculiar noises. Oh, they're coming out one on one. How convenient.
No strength wasted.
A fine use of my talents.
Here we go again. Why is the Baron's rooms full of Spriggan?
Applause, please.
A wand of displacement. Where are you going?
I will guide us.
Who will prevail? Does it matter? What a waste.
Okay, that's them done with. Fighting in this place was also a bit annoying, since they keep getting stuck in staircases and all the things.
Without a doubt.
I'm positive I found something.
Yes, you did. The pantry. Well, that is okay. Now, let's go here. This looks remotely similar.
Forwards.
What's that? Oh. That is an interesting way to have a secret entrance. Here we go. A guy. The biggest Spriggan, scarred and beaten, bares his rotten teeth. I guess we can't rest even here. I bet you followed our trail from the very den. Forcing us from our home wasn't enough. Now you've come to finish us off. Well, a guy will not make this easy for you. Forced out of your home? What do you mean? Like you don't know. The cave to the north, where I lived my entire life before your kind came. Enough. I'm done running. A guy swings his blade and utters a shrill battle cry as he charges you.
Become as dust.
Cannot hide from me.
And Lindsay, do you have something? Let's just do a regular control fireball.
Left yourself exposed.
And an explosive bomb there.
This spell has other uses.
A guy steps back, pressing his hand against his bleeding wounds. Well, you got me, he hisses through clenched teeth. Go on then. Keep hounding us, pushing us back. Clearly taking all that we had wasn't enough. Where's lawful? What are you on about? You attacked the citizens of Varnhold? I think I'll do that. Requires lawful. I believe that you and your kin aren't to blame for the disappearance of Varnhold's citizens. I'll let you live in peace. Just tell me where your den is. Perhaps I could pay you a visit and help you get your home back. A guy stares at you, unblinking, then scoffs with contempt. And Aasimar wants to help? Sure! I'll be surprised if I'm still breathing when we're done. I bet you just want to fight your way in and take my cave for yourself. but what do I care? If I'm lucky, you'll just kill us. We'll both just kill each other. Find an old cave to the south. That's where you'll find the creeps who forced us out. And if you by some chance manage to kick them out of there, I'll know. Then we'll talk some more. Interesting. A letter with threats. Baron Maegor Varn, I am writing to you as your ally and well-wisher. The reason for my letter is the lack of foresight in your actions. You're trying so hard to become friends with this Baron from Caledorn. You invite him to pay you a visit, you assure him of sincerity, you even send rich gifts. Have you nothing more to do in your lands? I strongly recommend you to stop flirting with this upstart person and turn your gaze to the affairs of the day. You are trying to cross the path with powerful forces that can reach you even in your own castle. You should know your place. With wishes of good health and calm sleep, your friend. Sounds legit. Owlbear Omelette. And the Crimson Counselor. What is that? It's a monk weapon plus 2 quarterstaff. And here we have unfinished letter from Maegor Varn. Most Honourable Baron Caledorn, I am Baron Maegor Varn of Varnhold, and I'm writing to inquire about the current state of affairs in your realm. I hope that no trouble or pestilence have found their way to your lands. Perhaps we could arrange a neighbourly meeting soon to discuss things, at your leisure, of course. I would also like to request your aid in a small matter. A few days back, an adventurer by the name of Willis Gunderson retrieved a mysterious bracelet from one of the ancient ruins scattered across Dunsward. Gunderson kindly turned it over to my court wizard, Cephal, who continues to examine it as it lies on the table before me. It may be the most peculiar thing I have ever laid eyes on. The bracelet is covered in angular patterns that resemble a labyrinth, and it is adorned with an inscription in an unknown language. No learned man in Varnhold has been able to read this writing or deduce which culture the artifact belongs to. So, I ask for your aid. Please, if you have an archivist with deep knowledge of the history of this region, send them along to aid us in solving this mystery. I am sure that your capital has plenty of such learned men and women. Perhaps one of them will succeed in reading this inscription. Of course, I will return the Vordakai, 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 Vorda. Okay. How very peculiar indeed. Well, I guess we're done here. Ah, there is the raven again. You notice a huge black bird sitting still on a high fence by the exit, as if waiting for you. It's a raven, glistening black and one of the largest ravens you've ever seen. As you approach, it tilts its head and affixes you with a beady black eye. As you're about to leave, you hear a cracked voice. Hypocrite! A talking bird right in the middle of a mysteriously empty settlement. Are you behind what happened here? The raven ignores the question, only echoing its last word. Hypocrite! What's the point of your false pity for these fools who allowed you to live? You allowed to live. The raven gives a sharp caw, almost a bark. With no shelter, no family and no homeland, always on the run, all you did is prolong their suffering and take pride in your... The raven gives another sharp caw, almost sneering. Chivalry. That's not true. a guy still has a chance for a fresh start. Miserable hypocrites. You seek to justify your actions? The raven gives a series of caws as if laughing. There is no justification. No, no, no. Why are you here? Are you one of the thieves that lived in this miserable settlement? What do you know about the vanishing of Varnhold? Only that the people of this dusty village were thieves. Thieves and bandits who didn't respect the law and didn't know their place. Inferior beings don't dare touch which belongs to their masters. Who are you? I'm not from Varnhold, but I will find out what happened here. You? The raven gives a short barking caw. Arrogance. What pride. You, thrall? Do not follow one crime with another. You will suffer the same fate. Who are you? My name is Caledorn. Now tell me who you are. The raven regards you for a moment. Finally, it flaps its wings and, without a sound, takes flight. Moments later, it is nothing more than a speck in the sky. Then, it is gone. Oh, very curious. Think I got everything? Yep. What I have to do then is leave the area. But that seems like a rather good place to end the episode. I have a feeling that this will be a very interesting story. I'm looking very much forward to this. I am now definitely in the part of the game that I haven't played before, by the way, unless you hadn't already been able to tell. So I'm enjoying this quite a bit. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next episode.